Good afternoon, ma'am. Please say your full name. Ms. Boone, I'm Magistrate at Charlottesville. Ma'am, you're here on a criminal matter. Case number is 23056995001, ma'am. You have an attorney. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, good afternoon. Once again, Philip Reagan on behalf of Ms. Siobhan Boone, who's appearing via Zoom from DDC. Judge, we waive the formal reading.
Thank you, counsel. I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty. Court dates. Oh, I don't have court dates.
You know court dates?
No.
That's King, right?
Yes.
5/31, 6/7.
5/31,
6/7.
6/7 at 1:30 or 1:45?
145.
Since 1:45? Okay. All right, court dates are May 31st, 2023. It is a probable cause conference followed by preliminary examination, June 7, 2023, 1:45. Both matters are in front of Judge King. Counsel, do you want to go first or do you want APA?
Your Honor, I will let APA Ms. Ripley go first, Your Honor.
Okay,
First to Ms. Ripley.
go ahead, counsel, APA Ripley.
Thank you, Judge. For the record, Tina Ripley for the people, P83688. Your Honor, the facts of this case are quite horrific when you read them. This happened last year on May 10th, 2022. Ms. Boone intentionally gave her 4-year-old son, Anthony Upshaw Jr., heroin. She stated that day she was tired, she wanted to take a nap, but Anthony Jr. was up. She gave him heroin to make him go to sleep, and she made him snort it from a little spoon up both of his nostrils, which she said would even be a lot for her. When he told her he was dizzy, she said, "It's okay, just go to sleep." Then she went and took a nap just like she wanted. When she woke up to go check on the kids, she noticed he wasn't moving, wasn't waking up, noticed he had thrown up, realized that he was overdosing, called for the other adult in the home, the victim's father, for help. 911 was called. He was transported to Sinai Grace, where he was pronounced dead. Back on that date, on April 10th, she told police that she didn't know what happened. She conveniently left out that she gave him heroin. On May 19th of this year, she calls Detroit 911 and says she wants to confess to a murder, that she murdered her son. This time she tells us everything that happened. Judge, she has no stable housing, she's transient, she was moving from hotel to hotel. The people are very concerned with flight in this case. She's looking at 3 life offenses, Your Honor, one of them being life without parole. This is incredibly serious charges, incredibly serious allegations. The fact that it's been just over a year and just some months does not and should not make a difference. The fact of the matter is, a 4-year-old child was murdered. He was murdered by the one person who should have been protecting him, his mother. Additionally, Your Honor, she has had police contact recently in December 31st of last year. She was arrested by Taylor police on a misdemeanor domestic violence charge. No charges were authorized. Cooperative victim. She also does have a capias bench warrant out of Novi District Court from 2018 for embezzlement. And Your Honor, the cause of death in this case is fentanyl toxicity, and it's exactly what killed him. People are asking for a remand in this case.
Okay. All right. Counsel Reagan, go ahead.
Judge, you know, anytime, Your Honor, you lose a child, you know, it's got to be, you know, devastating. You know, you begin probably to fall apart. You begin to unwind, unravel, and your whole world crashes before your eyes. You know, I had an opportunity to read this, and I'm sure Ms. Ripley has too. You know, Judge, and it happened last year. I had an opportunity to read it, and I don't believe for 1 minute that what the allegations are happened the way they said they did, based on what I've read and based on what I can kind of see between the lines. So what happens is, you know, this unfortunate situation happens. And again, Miss Boone, you know, her life spiraled out of control this last year. So A year later, Judge, she goes in voluntarily and makes these statements that she gave her son some heroin. But there are other factors that are in the investigator's report about other people that just don't make sense, that the people don't talk about. But again, Judge, you know, they have Miss Bone coming in saying, this is what I did. I take full responsibility for this. So this is what I did. So then, you know, she's going to get charged. But I guarantee you, Judge, once, you know, the facts come out and things did get dug a little deeper, going to see some different things. I know I can't change it. I can't argue it. You know, she turns herself in a year later. She had turned herself in and said these things. We obviously wouldn't be here, but some other things may have came out if she hadn't done that. So she did do it. So we're here, Judge. So you know, it's hard for me to kind of look at this because I know a child is deceased now, her child, and I can't imagine what she's going through, Your Honor. But I know that when the facts come out, I think it's going to be a little different than what you know, said, you know, a lot of people initially in this case. But I understand what the court may have to do. I'm asking for a very high cash bond. You know, I know she's not getting anywhere near personal bond, Judge, because you know that's the nature of the charge. Now I do know that the court looks at two things setting bond: whether or not a person is a flight risk, whether they'll come back, or whether they're a danger to the community. Well, the people are going to argue anybody that would give their child heroin is a danger. That's what they're going to argue. I already know, you know, but I just don't think she gave it. I just think it happened like that. But that's what we have, and that's all we have to go by based on I guess what she said at this point a year later when she came in. So I just asked for a high cash bond, Judge, in this particular case, and not a remand.
Thank you. A couple of things, Ms. Boone, bond conditions, you're not to have contact with any witnesses in this case. And I don't know, but also you're not to possess any marijuana or any illegal controlled substances. Do you understand that, Ms. Boone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, whether you are sitting in jail, you're incarcerated or not, I do know that having contact with witnesses and also having access to narcotics, that's by reality, that's what happens. But I'm telling you, ma'am, those are part of your bond conditions. And counsel, I've heard both representations from both sides. APA Ridley, Counsel Reagan, and I look at this and I struggle because this is from April 2022, a year ago. I also read the allegations in the investigative report that the defendant, Ms. Boone, she goes to the police station, basically indicated that she's turning herself in because she's the one that killed her child. I don't know that, but I'm only going with what I have here in front of me in the investigator's report, as well as the alleged charges. And the charges, they're all life offenses. Okay. It would be hard for this court to see somebody to admit to killing another individual. And in this case, Ms. Siobhan has indicated that she did it by giving narcotics, specifically, I believe, heroin, to her child. I'm sure there's more information that will come out later on in this case, but for this matter, Ms. Boone, she's going to be remanded.
Thank you, Your Honor.
To the county jail. I will also indicate that Ms. Boone does have the opportunity when she goes to court in front of Judge King, as the assigned judge of record, can make further determination as to whether or not he wishes to change the remand status as well as the bond conditions. Thank you, Ms. Boone. You can step aside.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.